Hey Zen fam. So this video is inspired by PS3 Gaming Scotland, one of the alum of hashtag Support Scottish YouTuber series. In this video I intend to discuss 3 videos that I am very much looking forward to in 2023. You may have seen a couple of videos like this from some other YouTubers. Anyway, first game I am looking forward to this year is of course Jedi Survivor. I very much enjoyed Jedi Fallen Order. I thought that was a fun wee game. Good stuff to do, lots of little collectibles, great worlds, really well realised, good voice acting, good plot. Okay, yeah, the map was an absolute nightmare and the running looked a bit silly and some of the characterizations were a little bit cookie cutter, but on the whole a really solid title. I think there's a lot of scope in the sequel. I mean, considering that it's also canon to the Star Wars universe, I think there's a lot can be done with Jedi Survivor. Don't do Vader again though, you can't do too much Vader, otherwise you get Vadered out. But I think the whole Three Sisters story and Cal Kestis becoming more of an annoyance to the Empire and stuff, I think this is all good stuff. And apparently they're going to bring in more sort of cosmetic customization options that are also not to be paid for real money or actually earned in game. It's just a complete and utter win. It's like I think things are going to be going quite nicely with this, so I'm rather pleased that this is what the direction going forward is for the Star Wars games. So yes. Speaking of things that can be done, I've been hearing apparently little things on the line about people worrying about the annoying beep sound that you get from either a PlayStation 4 or especially a PlayStation 5 when you turn it on and you're trying to do a little bit of sneaky early hours or super late hours gaming, and that beep waking everybody up, you know, which you don't want people coming in and going, oh, I'll just get up now, and then your gaming just goes out the window. So I've noticed that when I plug my microphone in, that it knackers the beep. Maybe plug a pair of headphones into your controller and maybe that will kill the beep. I don't know. Maybe. If it does, obviously typey down below, let Zen bloke know, and I will tell the world. And we will work it out together since that. Yes. Anyway, the second game that I am looking forward to in the year of our Lord 2023 is Spider-Man 2. Yes, very much looking forward to Spider-Man 2 because I adored Spider-Man. The game was a triumph, you know. It's one of those few games that I've actually made a point of platinuming. I only platinum games that I'm really super into, you know. And that's why there's so few platinums to my account. You can look at my account, it's open for all the world to see. But I only really platinum games I actually care about. That's why I've not got lots of platinums. I could get lots if I wanted to, but I don't, because I play what I want to play, how I want to play it, when I want to play it, for as long as I want to play it, because it's my money. Anyway, I'll slip down off the soapbox. The Spider-Man, brilliant. Spider-Man Miles Morales, equally brilliant, just shorter. Obviously, the Mary Jane missions can day one, and the gas cloud missions were a pain in the bum. But other than that, it was brilliant. So a Spider-Man 2 with the power of PlayStation 5 and apparently only PlayStation 5, which is yes, you know. I mean, don't get me wrong, PS4, big love, going to be 10 years old in a few months' time. But yeah. It is time to put the PS4 to bed, you know. It's like she's had a long life, she's had a good life, but I think we need to stop developing games for PS4. Anyway, so a full-on PS5 Spider-Man 2 with Miles Morales and Peter Parker working together as the Spider-Man, patrolling and looking after New York, I think will be fantastic. Deeper traffic, more, you know, deeper sort of variation. And obviously reactions of the pedestrians, especially when you jump down to street level. There should be a little bit more variety there. I think obviously like the foliage around New York should be a wee bit more expressive, more weather patterns, perhaps aeroplanes and helicopters in the air, because there's flights that happen over New York, and that could be a thing because the skies were pretty empty for such a large metropolitan centre. Obviously, it's sort of like it's PS5, so it should be able to just look nicer and be more dynamic and have a greater soundscape and stuff, and just be turned up to 11. I do obviously want to see a cameo from Wolverine in Spider-Man. Just like one mission where he helps you. You don't control Wolverine, but we just get a wee look at what he looks like and we get to hear him. Oh yeah. A wee teaser, if you will, just sort of like this is what you're going to get. And I really, really like that idea. I like that idea quite a lot. Oh, the other idea that I really like that I don't know if I've expressed to you guys, I don't think I have, but I like the idea that whatever you brought into the skill trees of the last two games comes forward into 2. So all the things you earn for Spider-Man Peter Parker come forward. All the things you've earned for Spider-Man Morales come forward and into the game. And as a lower difficulty setting for new players, because there will be some, admittedly, not many, because chances are if you've played Spider-Man and Spider-Man Morales, you're going to play Spider-Man 2, and it's the chances of people playing Spider-Man 2 who have not played the first two games going to be a small minority of people, but know that there's always some, there always is. So for those people, you can have a setting where they get say 50 skill points to attach into the skill tree, just so they can play at the same level as everybody else, or have that as a separate skill level altogether. And for whatever you do, if you do actually do that, Sony and Insomniac, if you do that, then please, for the love of the gaming gods, please don't attach that as a trophy. Okay, leave that out of the trophy list, because otherwise you are just going to annoy a lot of people, and that'll leave a bad taste in the mouth, especially in trophy hunters. Okay, so you leave that out. Now, before I get to the final game that I'm looking forward to this year, there is something that does need to be brought up. Some of you out there in the Zen fam have contacted me and told me that you're a bit confused about the clips competition, which is fair. Some of you have actually gotten the idea that what you're supposed to do is take clips from your own videos and then post them at me and tag me. That's not what it is. No. You take clips from my videos, from the 9 years of YouTube content that I have created. You take whatever clips you fancy, whether it be funny or action, or just silliness, whatever it is you think, is entertaining that I'm going to enjoy. You make a clip of that, stick it on YouTube. You tag me in the title of the video. You send me the link on Twitter so I can go and find it and watch it. And 5 of those videos will get the shout out. And if you pick the clip that I'm thinking of from my content over these last 9 years, then if you've gotten that particular clip that I'm wanting, I will walk up to my Asda, and then what I will do is I will go to the photo booth and I will get you a mug printed for you, paid for by me. I will dip into my own pocket and I will buy you your own Zenbloke mug and get it sent to you, obviously. So that is the whole thing. You go to my videos, take out using the clips option, you make a clip from one of my videos, post it at me, post it to me on Twitter, link me in the title, and everything's groovy, and you might just be one of the shoutouts, and you could even be the mug winner. It's that simple. Sorry if I caused any confusion in how I originally worded the competition. Of course, now that I've had to, sort of tell it to everybody, I'm going to extend the competition. So now it's to the end of March, okay? So I'll put an extra wee bit of time in there because I caused some confusion for some of you, which I do obviously apologise for. Okay, the last game that I'm looking forward to. Now, some of you are probably going, oh, he's going to pick Horizon, and he's going to pick Call of the Mountain because he loves the Horizon games. And you probably be right about that a lot of the time, except I don't have PSVR 2 and I don't have the money for PSVR 2. I would love to have PSVR 2, but the fact of the matter is I don't have 550 quid to chuck it in. Ouch. Don't get me wrong, I love VR. You guys out there who've been with me for any length of time know that I love my VR. My PSVR was brilliant. I'm one of the old original VR dudes from the 90s. I had to go in VR with a gigantic headset, that weighed like immense and was just like crush your neck. Okay, and much the same for Horizon Burning Shores. I would nominate that for a game that I really want to play in 2023, but it's only DLC. It's not a full game, so that's not going in the list. But it is cool because I do love Aloy and I do love the Horizon world. At some point I've got to do that video where I build that tall neck for you. Might do it as a live stream, I don't know, but still I've got to clear some space and so on and so on and so on. Anyway, to the actual final game of 2023 that I am looking for. Obviously more games will probably pop up for the year. Ooh! But right now, here in January, this is a game that I'm looking at going, yes please. And that game is Assassin's Creed Mirage. Now yes, I have a very long standing relationship with Assassin's Creed, all the way back to the first one on PS3. I've played these games for a very long time, and I've loved all that I've played. You guys know I love Syndicate. And the Assassin's Creed games for me are just brilliant. I love the story, I love the lore, I love the settings, I love the art, Brotherhood, the whole thing. It's just like the Isu stuff, all of it just works for me, And I do love a good sneak 'em up, because I actually do alright at stealth games. And so, this idea of a smaller, more compact, more condensed, focused, tighter Assassin's Creed experience in a smaller map area really appeals to me. Because it's fair to say that a lot of open world games have become so bloated with gigantic maps with stuff dotted about, And I think there's definitely space in the market for, these tighter experiences. But apparently this game is driven by the fact that the fan base itself has contacted Ubisoft and said, it's too big, do something smaller, do something tighter, do something a wee bit shorter, and I'm really down for that. Like I was saying 3-4 years ago in my Grand Theft Auto Edinburgh video, I like the idea of a smaller, tighter, more focused, more graphically intensive version of a smaller map of a real place. Obviously you'd have to change some shop signs and stuff. The idea of a Grand Theft Auto Edinburgh would be really super nice. And the idea that you get this original setting Assassin's Creed. Now I'm not sure if it's pre, during or post the time of Altair, but the idea that we go back to that point in the Assassin Brotherhood storyline and tell the story, I think it's Balsam from Assassin's Creed Valhalla, his early days, I find that to be most appealing. So I'm very much looking forward to that. And I mean, I've played most of the Assassin's Creed games. The only ones I've not played the one on the Vita with the lassie. I've not played Origins, and I've not played Rogue. And the only reason I've not played Rogue and Origins is because I just didn't fancy them. I mean, I watched the videos for Origins just so I was up on the lore, but to me, it wasn't an Assassin's Creed game. It was a game that had the Assassin's Creed name attached to it, but wasn't really Assassin's Creed. And I've got the 2.5D ones, in my box of shame, so like at some point I will get to them. But other than that, I have played pretty much all the Assassin's Creed games, and I love the Assassin's Creed series. So Assassin's Creed Mirage is most definitely, totally, completely on the list. I'm very much looking forward to it, and I really hope that it turns things around a bit for Ubisoft. In fact, I'd actually like to see Ubisoft bought by Sony, because I think those two companies together would be making incredible games, and I think it would be a really good fit for the way that Ubisoft to come at development and stuff, and the way that Sony make games. I think those two together would be just brilliant. But we'll see. That's possibly a pipe dream. But hopefully Ubisoft can sort themselves out and get out of the financial trouble they're in, because there's so many talented, great people at Ubisoft, and they deserve to not lose their jobs. Anyway, I think that is probably everything I could possibly say, apart from #SportScottishYouTubers, and of course, as always, nae bother.